My friendly neighborhood is like if Sesame Street went off the air and the puppets completely lost their minds. You're sent to an abandoned TV studio to shut down a rogue broadcasting tower because these puppets, who were supposed to teach kids the alphabet, are now hijacking the airwaves. From the first minute, the creepy vibes hit hard. Empty hallways, flickering lights, and puppets that smile just a little too wide. It's unsettling at first, but also weirdly hilarious. For the first hour, I couldn't stop exploring. Every corner had me asking, okay, what kind of cursed puppet nonsense is coming next?
This will be what you make your crafts out of.
I'm reviewing the biggest Game Pass hits and hidden gems in 5 minutes flat. Subscribe for honest reviews so you know what's actually worth your time. Gameplay starts slow, like really slow. You move through the studio like you're dragging a fridge behind you. But then you find candy bars scattered throughout that give you a temporary speed boost, and suddenly you're sprinting like you've had 5 energy drinks. Combat is honestly hilarious. You start with a wrench to smack rabid puppets, and then you upgrade to a note card gun that fires alphabet letters. Blasting a Muppet in the face with the letter A never stopped making me laugh. But let's be clear, this isn't Resident Evil. It's spooky for about an hour, and then it turns into a giant puzzle adventure. But yeah, with creepy vibes. There was one moment that got me though. A puppet dropped straight out of a vent above me with zero warning. I nearly pooped my pants. Oh my god! That was so scary! The visuals are classic indie game territory, clean, colorful, and surprisingly detailed for a small team. Making Muppets the creepy element is genius. There's a reason why dolls and puppets are horror staples. They're unsettling even when they're smiling. But the spooky atmosphere doesn't last forever. After about an hour, the fear fades and you're fully locked into puzzle solving mode. The studio itself is huge. You've got sound stages, offices, gardens, theaters, even a sewer, and they're all stitched together into one massive maze. The game does give you maps to help, but honestly, they're not great. I got turned around so many times I felt like a lost intern trying to find the snack table. But this is where the game really shines its performance. There's not a single crash, no bugs, no frame rate drops, nothing. And in 2025, that feels like finding gold. The UI is clean and simple, and the puppet animations are weirdly smooth. They're goofy and creepy at the same time, like a cursed Saturday morning cartoon that never got canceled. And if I had one gripe, it's the navigation. With no fast travel and slow movement by default, crossing the studio can feel like a chore. But hey, at least the game runs flawlessly while you're lost. The biggest surprise though was the tone. I expected a creepy puppet horror game, but what I got was a surprisingly wholesome story about kindness and connection. The puppets aren't evil for the sake of it. After their show got canceled, they started watching TV and realized the world was full of war and politics and negativity. So they did what anybody else would do. They hijacked the airwaves to remind people how to be good neighbors again. Duh. It's simple, but it works. Underneath the creepy Muppets and alphabet bullets, there's a message that actually lands.
How to be a friendly neighbor.
So who should play this? Who's this game for? If you love puzzle games that challenge you to think, explore, and figure things out without constant hand-holding, you'll have a blast here. But if you're here for the jump scares and intense combat, this is probably not going to hit the mark for you. This is the kind of game you play to unwind between big AAA titles. It's short, clever, and has just enough charm to keep you hooked. Some of my favorite moments weren't even scary, like sprinting through hallways on a sugar rush or piecing together clever puzzles, and of course, blasting alphabet letters at Muppets. My final verdict is an 8 out of 10. It's great. It's not perfect, but clever, polished, and absolutely worth a download on Game Pass. Next up in my Game Pass review run, Abiotic Factor. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it.